A constitutional crisis has raged in Papua New Guinea for 5 days since its Supreme Court ruled its Prime Minister, Peter O'Neill, had taken the job unlawfully. His predecessor, Sir Michael Somare, then claimed to be the lawful Prime Minister, and his cabinet was sworn in by the Governor-General. But Mr O'Neill clearly controls the numbers in Parliament, and this afternoon he declared that he'd taken control of the country. Peter O'Neill joins us now from Port Moresby. Mr O'Neill, welcome.
Thank you very much.
By what authority do you claim to be Prime Minister?
Well, Prime Ministers are only elected by the floor in Parliament, and that is the only way we have been electing Prime Ministers for the last 36 years of independence. When you look at it, the Supreme Court reference in the past has always been that they make reference to Parliament. Parliament then takes note of that reference if there's any issues about constitutional issues on the provisions under which such an action has been taken. So for the first time in the history of our country, Supreme Court has now made a direct order, which is quite strange. And at the same time, the order is supposed to go to Parliament and not any other person. And the Parliament has taken note of that order, has dealt with it, has disposed of it, and at the same time, under the provisions of the amendments to the Prime Minister and NEC Act, has now installed a new Prime Minister through a vote on Monday.
But your Governor-General also interprets the law, and he clearly interpreted it in a different way and swore into Michael Somare's cabinet.
Well, Governor-General has announced earlier that he has been totally confused. Further, he has been wrongly advised. The Constitution clearly provides that he can only take advice from the National Executive Council or the Parliament. In the case of a prime ministerial appointment, it must take advice from Parliament. The Speaker of Parliament has advised him that the election has taken place, the Prime Minister's election is valid, and that the new Prime Minister of the country is myself. And I see no reason why he should not have sworn in a new Prime Minister.
Are you in control of all of the police force? Because clearly the other day when you went to Government House, there were some police who were loyal to Sir Michael.
I don't think it's about loyalty, but some elements of the police force who have been has been using unauthorized force and creating the blockade into the Government House. I'm further advised that the Governor-General himself did not request that protection. Unfortunately, the situation arose where the confrontation took place, where members of Parliament and ministers of state were blocked from having access to Government House, when in fact Government House was advised that such a process is now taking place, where an election is taking place by Parliament. The Speaker clearly informed him, has given him the instruments to sign, but some undue influence, other than that, has influenced the Governor-General to go out and swear in Sir Michael Somare.
Are you in control of the army, sir?
Supreme Court. The army has always maintained a neutrality in all these issues, and we commend them for that. Papua New Guinea's Defence Force has always maintained that, given that past experiences that they've encountered in such a situation, has taught us very good lessons, whereby we are now addressing those issues. And the Defence Force Commander, despite the call-out that has been given by the Somare camp, which is an illegal call-out, because it has to go through Parliament to have that call-out supported, and that the Defence Force has maintained that they will not adhere to the call-out that they have made. Now, today, the elements in the police force have surrendered to the Commissioner of Police, Tom Kalunga, who is the legally mandated Commissioner of Police in our country, and that he has now have full control of the police force in the country. Elements of the police force that has been a participant in this problem will now be dealt with according to the laws in our country.
Where is Sir Michael?
I have no idea where he is. I'm certain that he is resting here in Port Moresby, and I wish him good luck. I understand that he's still recuperating
Are you intending to take any action against him or any members of his cabinet?
Not necessarily, because it's not my job to go around arresting people and intimidating people. I have been mandated by Parliament. I have not tried to take government by barrel of gun such as Sir Michael and his group has tried to do. What has happened is they forced the Governor-General under guard by police elements which were unauthorized by the Commissioner of Police, and allowed St. Michael to go out there and take government swearing in at the Government House. That is why the Governor-General has been suspended, and this morning I can assure you that the National Executive Council has now dismissed him, and we are now advising Parliament to take a vote. With an absolute majority, we are recommending that he be dismissed from office.
Are you not concerned that your government will lack legitimacy? Because although you control Parliament, the other arms which make up government now, it seems you have completely traduced: the Supreme Court, the Governor-General.
The Governor-General's office is merely an office where it represents the head of state in our country. But their functions are limited by within the framework of our Constitution. And he only takes advice from National Executive Council and National Parliament. He can't get advice from anyone else. And that is a matter of fact. And this is what has happened now, where he has taken advice from other people, and the courts have not even directed him to carry out a swearing-in ceremony for St. Michael. And this is why he needs to go.
Mr. O'Neill, aren't you concerned about the damage that you've done to your country's institutions, and that might have some permanent effects?
I don't believe there is any damage to the country. We have a very vibrant democracy. We allow political debates to continue freely in this country. We allow freedom of speech in this country, freedom of expression, and I see no reason why a vibrant political debate is going to do any harm to the country.
Have you spoken to the Australian Prime Minister?
Investors. Pardon?
Have you spoken to the Australian Prime Minister?
I have no reason to speak to the Australian Prime Minister. I don't necessarily need their help to solve my problems in my own country.
Is the government now stable?
Government is very stable. We have a majority of 72 members in the floor of Parliament out of 107 members. Now, there is a clear, very huge mandate that has been given to my government. I see no reason why we cannot provide the stability, the political stability that this country deserves. We have had gross mismanagement of the country for the last 36 years of our independence. We have corruption rife across the country. We have many challenges in health and education and law and order, infrastructure. Now, people are sick and tired of this kind of leadership in this country. They need assertive leadership, leadership that cares for the people of the country, the leadership that is going to deliver for the people of the country.
Mr. O'Neill, thank you.
Thank you very much.